Okay, let's check.
Nó cũng vậy nha.
How about this time, Vincang? Is it still blurry?
It's just like the same.
Con chụp màn hình này. Dạ,
Wait for me, please.
Ấy con chụp hình đỡ ra rồi.
Gần cái phóng lên đó.
Chưa đâu có được, không được. Bấm cái đó bà chứ.
Thì ba không biết thì con ấy đi con làm thì con phải nhăn ba.
Nhưng mà mỗi lần mình chuyển tác thì nó là bị tất cả.
Hello teacher, did you receive the screen?
Yes, sir, I received. Yeah, it's not clear.
Read.
Yeah, let me ask help in Pantado again, sir. Can you please wait for me, Vincang?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is very different because there is no decimal point in the first.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, miss, we can hear you.
I think the problem comes from your internet connection. So I cannot see it clearly.
Ah, I see.
Can you read this one for the student, or can you copy and type on the screen?
Can you repeat, miss?
Can you read this one for the student, or
Yes,
you
I
copy
can
this
read.
one and paste on the screen?
Yes, miss, I can read this one and I can copy it for the student.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, miss. So, okay, so Vincang, I will just read it for you. Here, you listen to teacher, okay?
Okay.
Dear Alice, I'm very glad that you are going to come next year. I haven't seen you for a long time and I would like to make friends with your classmates very much. If the main question is when to come, I think the best answer is in May or in September because it's not very hot but not cold too. The parks and squares are very beautiful in spring and autumn. I remember that you are keen on Asian architecture, so I think you'll enjoy walking along the old parts of our city. There is a lot of sightseeing in our area, saying nothing of amusement parks, theaters, and museums with modern exhibitions. I think you'll find a lot to do. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. Love, Senya. Okay, so this is an example of informal letter. We have the greeting part, dear Alice. Okay, the opening, I'm very glad that you are going to come next year. So that is our opening. Okay, and our body is here. I think the best, wait for a while, let me, oh, so that we can follow here, this one. I think the best is in May or in September because it's not very hot but not cold too until here. Okay, so this is our body. And for our closing is this one. I think you'll find a lot to do. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. And this is our signature. Love, Senya. Do you have any question to me, Vinkang, about writing an informal letter?
No.
No? Okay, so let's proceed to our next slide. Okay, so here in part 3, we have question 8. So I'm going to ask you to write a story for today's class. Okay, so your story must begin with sentences. I was on the bus when I got the message. Then you write your story in about 100 words on your answer sheet. Okay, so here is yes. So you write your story in about 100 words on your answer sheet. You can start now, Vinka.
Okay. I hate it.
Just tell me once you're done, okay? I'll wait for you.
Okay. Teacher, I think I done it with my my before teacher. Yeah.
You are done with your previous teacher, this one?
Yes.
Okay. So this time, okay, so since we are done with reading, with writing test 3, so we are going to proceed with our reading. Okay, just tell me if you are done so that we can proceed with other lessons. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so let's proceed with our next topic, which is reading test 3. Are you done with this one? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So here, it's about reading and writing. So in part 1, reading and writing is divided into 5 parts. So in part 1, you are going to read 5 real words notices, messages, and other short text for the main message. And in part 2, it's about matching. So you match 5 descriptions of people to 8 short texts on a particular topic, showing detailed comprehension. And in our part 3, okay, it is true or false. You scan a longer factual text for specific information. And for part 4, this is 4 option multiple choice. So there is multiple choice in it. So you read a longer text for detailed comprehension, gist, inference, and global meaning, as well as writer's attitude, opinion, and purpose. And in our part 5, which is the last part, it's also 4-option multiple choice close. You read a factual or narrative text and choose the correct vocabulary and grammar items to complete gaps. Okay, so let's proceed with our part 1. So in part 1, Vinkang, there are 5 questions. So you look at the text in each question, then you answer, what does it say? Then after that, you mark the correct letter A, B, or C on your answer sheet. Are you now ready to start?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So here, before you answer this question 1 to 5, let's learn first our vocabulary for tonight. Okay, so we have soap powder. Can you please tell teacher what is a soap powder?
It's a powder that you put into the washing machine to wash clothes.
Yes, that is correct. Just like the picture that you can see on your screen. Okay, very good. Next is attach. This is a verb that means to fasten or join one thing to another. For example, you are wearing a seatbelt. Okay, so you need to fasten your seatbelt. So that is an example of attach. Okay, Vinkang?
Okay.
Yes, next, shallow. It is an adjective that means very, no, this is an opposite of deep. Yeah, okay. Next, forbid. Can you please read the meaning of forbid? Can you see it clearly or not? If not, I will read it for you.
I can see it clearly.
Because it's big. Okay, can you please read the meaning of forbid?
To order somebody not to do something, to order that something must not be done.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. So when we say forbid, that means that you are not allowed to do this. That means you are restricted to a specific thing to do this. Okay, for example, the school principal forbid the student to wear short. So that means that the students are not allowed to wear short. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so can you please make your own example for forbid?
The student not allowed to bring their mobile phone. Let the student forward to bring their mobile phone.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, very good. So do you understand all the words in our vocabulary in this slide?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So this time we are going to learn about would rather and prefer. Okay, so here, can you see it clearly or not?
I can't see it clearly.
Okay, so teacher will read it for you because I think it's my internet that has a problem, Binkang. Okay, so
Okay.
here our first sentence is, wait for a while. I would rather or sooner have tea. Okay, so have is our infinitive. Okay, you can say I would rather have tea now. Okay, next, I would rather have tea than coffee. That means that that you prefer to choose tea than coffee. So you use I would rather. Okay, next, would rather to have tea. Would you? Okay, so when you are asking someone what they prefer, so you can ask them, would you rather to have tea or coffee? Okay, so here or is our what do you call that? Interrogative sentence. When we say interrogative sentence, okay, kindly look at this one. Interrogative sentence. A sentence Okay, so when we say interrogative sentence, it is a sentence that ends in a question mark or a sentence that asks a question. Okay, just like this one here. Would you rather to have tea or coffee? It ends with a question mark. So this is an example of interrogative sentence. Okay. Hello, Vin.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So here is our next example. I would rather, I would rather, I would rather took a taxi tonight. Or I would rather, wait, I'm quite confused. Okay, I would rather took a taxi tonight. Okay, so you took. Okay, so you took is here. Here is our formula for you took. Subject, which is I. Okay, our subject is I, and the past simple is would. No, took. This is took. Past simple of take. Okay, and we use past simple to talk about present or future. Okay, can you please repeat the sentence here, Vinkang?
Uh, would you, uh, I would rather took a taxi tonight.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, here our
Subject.
next. Okay, so what is our subject again in this example? I would rather.
That is
Yes, that is correct. That is our subject. How about our past simple? What is our past simple?
That is would.
Yes, would or took. Took, which is the past simple of take. Okay. Next, I'd rather.
Okay.
Here. I'd rather.
I would rather. I'd rather taken a taxi last night. Not
Yes.
taxi last night.
I'd rather you had taken a taxi last night. I'd rather you had taken a taxi last night. Okay, so what is our subject again here, Vinkang?
That is I.
Yes, that is correct. And what is our past perfect?
Taken.
Yes, this
Took,
one had
taken.
taken. Yes, had taken. Very good. So do you have any question to teacher about would rather or would sooner?
No, I don't have any question about this.
Okay. So here last, would rather and would sooner are just the same. Okay, so let's proceed with our prefer or would prefer. Okay, here is our first example. I would prefer to stay in a hotel near the airport. Okay, so would prefer, okay, in this red here, in this red box, it's just the same if you say I prefer to stay in a hotel near the airport. Okay, So kindly look at this one. To stay, okay, this is our formula. To plus infinitive for specific preference. Okay, so to is our, this is plus two, then stay is our infinitive, which means you are going to stay in a hotel near the airport. Okay, so here, I would prefer, or I prefer you to stay in a hotel near the airport. So in this you to stay, we can also include a subject. Okay, which is you. Can you see it? Yes, a subject which is you. Aside from the very first subject, I, we also have a next subject in the middle of the sentence, which is you. Okay, because here is our sentence. I would prefer you to stay in a hotel near the airport, or I prefer you to stay in a hotel near the airport. Okay, and to is our infinitive. Okay, can you please make your own example using I would prefer or I prefer?
Mm,
Hello, Vin?
I would
Yeah.
prefer to doing homework before faith.
Okay, very good. So
I would
here,
pre-
yes. Yes, continue.
I would prefer you to start. I would prefer you to doing homework before we play.
Okay, very good. So here we have another sentence. I would prefer to be too early rather than be too late. Okay, so here we use rather than to show the choices that we have. Okay, so I would prefer to be too early rather than to be too late. So what are the two choices that what is the two option that we choose, that we have? What are the two options in the first
Okay,
sentence that we have?
that is to be too early or be too late. And be too late.
Yes, very good. Okay. So here, next sentence, I prefer to go with dad instead of staying here with mom. Okay. So we also use instead of. So when we say instead of, it's just the same with rather than, comparing two choices that we have. Okay? Do you follow, teacher?
Yes.
Okay, so we have our last sentence. I prefer running to cycling. Okay, so we have a verb, running and cycling. So this is our choices also. Okay, and we use to show the choices that we have. And prefer plus ing for general preference. Okay, so we call this one ing, which is the V-ing, verb ing. We also call this, also known as gerund. Okay, do you know what is gerund, Vin? Do you know what is a gerund?
No.
Okay, so when we say
No.
gerund, it is a verb that ends with ing. For example, in our given sentence, we have running and cycling. Okay, it is an action verb or an action word that ends with ing. Okay? Okay, Vin? Hello?
Okay.
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 So can you please give your own example for gerund verb? Yes, can you?
I prefer playing football instead of doing homework.
Okay, very good. So do you have any question to me? Yeah, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any question about this.
Okay, very good. So this time, let's proceed with our next slide. So here we have an example. It is entitled Lost Floppy Disk. Okay, so lost on Tuesday contains important schoolwork. Hand into office. What is this one? Wait for a while. Ah, okay. So as you can see in our given example, it is entitled Lost Floppy Disk. And we have here the clue words. For example, lost on Tuesday contains important schoolwork, which is the lost floppy disk. Then hand into office. When you just read it, it is confusing, right, Vin? So this time we
Right.
are going to arrange these confusing phrases into a sentence. Okay, so here, this is our answer. If you have found a floppy disk, please leave it at the office. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here next. For a while. Okay, so this time I want you to rearrange this this text here, and you choose your answer from letter A, B, or C. Okay, so for number 1, it is from Julia to Maria. Here is the message. Do you still want to buy my guitar? Pedro wants it too, but you ask me first. Let me know tomorrow at school. So what is your answer? A, Juan will send Maria his guitar if she wants it. B, Pedro has a guitar which Maria might want to buy. Or C, one would prefer to sell his guitar to Pedro.
B. Choose B. Choose B.
Okay, is this your final answer? Pedro has a guitar which Maria might want to buy. Is this your final answer? Okay, I will read again the content of the message. Okay, so this is from Juan to Maria. Do you still want to buy my guitar? Pedro wants it too, but you ask me first. Let me know tomorrow at school. So what is your answer? A, B, or C?
C. No. I.
Okay. So Juan will sell Maria his guitar if she wants it. Very good. Okay, so how about number 2? It is entitled Maths Homework. Okay. Some of you have told me the homework is a bit difficult. So if you haven't finished it by Friday, you can hand it on Monday. Mr. Peters. This is from Mr. Peters. Okay, so what is your answer? A, the homework given out on Friday must be returned by Monday. B, students who wish to hand their homework on Monday should tell Mr. Peters. Or C, anyone having problems with their homework may have extra time to complete it. So what is your answer? A, B, or C?
I choose answer C.
C. Okay, let's check. Very good. It's anyone having problems with their homework may have extra time to complete it. Okay, very good. So let's continue in number 3. Okay, so this is number 3. Dan, don't forget to put your football shirt in the washing machine as soon as you get home from the match. Add soap powder and turn dial to number 3. This is from mom. Okay, so what does Dan have to do? A. Remember to make sure his football shirt is clean in time for the match. And B. Remember where he put the football shirt that he needs for the match. Or C. Remember to wash his football shirt after the match. What is your answer? A, B, or C?
I think that is A.
A. Okay, remember to make sure his football shirt is clean in time for the match. Is that your final answer?
No. My final answer is C.
Okay, so C, we have C. Remember to wash his football shirt after the match. Okay, so number 4, this is from Sarah to Janine. Okay, Janine, my birthday meals booked for 6:30 Saturday at Luigi's restaurant. I know there are things you can't eat, so I've attached a menu. Tell me if it's okay. Sarah. Okay, so this is from okay. So this is Sarah. Okay, so what does Sarah need to know? A, if Janine will be able to go to the restaurant. B, if the food at the restaurant will be all right for Janine. Or C, if Janine wants to see the restaurant menu before Saturday. What is your
I
answer,
choose
Vin?
B.
Okay,
B.
let's check if the food at the restaurant will be all right for Janine. Okay, very good. This is correct. Okay, so let's proceed with our next slide. Okay, so in number 5, Parkside, it is entitled Parkside Pool. Beyond this red line, the water is very shallow, so no diving in this area. So what does it mean? A, part of the pool is not deep enough for diving. B, diving is forbidden in all areas of the pool. Or C, the far end of the pool is reserved for divers only. So what is your answer? A, B, or C? What is your answer? A, B, or C?
My answer is A.
Okay. Part of the pool is not deep enough for diving. Okay, let's check. Very good. So this time, let's proceed to our part 2. So it is question 6 to 10. The young people below are all looking for a clothes shop to go to this weekend. On the opposite page, there are 8 online reviews of clothes shop. You decide which place would be the most suitable for the following people. Okay, so for question 6 to 10, you mark the correct letter from A to H on your answer sheet. Okay, so here we have step 1. What are you going to do? Okay, so in step 1, you read all 5 descriptions of the people, find out and underline or highlight the requirements of each people. In step 2, you are going to read all 8 texts carefully, underlining any matches between this and anything in the descriptions of the people. Step 3, can you see it clearly, Vin, the step 3?
Yes, I can see it clearly.
Yes, can you please read it for teacher.
But it,
Blurred.
but now I just see that it's part two question 6 to 10. Yeah, it's low.
It's the internet is slow. Ah, okay. I will just
Yeah.
read it. Okay, so in step 3, check that the text meets all the requirements of the description and write the answers. So remember not to use one or two identical words in the description and the text to choose an answer. Okay. So before you answer, we have our vocabulary. Label. So label is a noun. What does label mean? Do you know? Can you please share it to teacher? What does label mean?
The internet is low, so I can't see anything. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
just
God.
see that is part two. That is 3 steps.
Ah, okay. So, in my screen, we are now in vocabulary. I think it is my internet that is very bad. Okay, so I will just type it for you. I will send it to you. Label. Okay, we have the first word, label. Do you know what is label?
No, I don't know what is
Label.
label means.
Okay, so when we say label, it is a piece. Okay, I will write it for you. Here, it is a piece of paper, cloth, or similar material that is attached to something to describe it. Okay, so a label is a piece of paper, cloth, or similar material that is attached to something to describe it. Okay, I will send it for you. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see vocabulary and the word label. Just label.
Okay, so I think my internet is very, very slow. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, so here I sent you the meaning of a label. Can you please read?
Okay.
Yes, can you please read the meaning of label?
La- label. A piece of paper, cloth, to similar material that is attached to something to describe it.
Okay, for example, if you buy a, t-shirt in the mall, then it has a label, buy one, get two. So buy one, get two is an example for label. Do you understand, Vin? A label, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So let's proceed with our next word. This is up to date. Okay, when we say up to date, this is an adjective that means, okay, up to date that is an adjective that means to update or, wait for a while, to change something by including the most recent information, okay, or to make something more modern, to update something new. So that means up to date. Okay, don't mind, wait for a while, don't mind
Sao 6 giờ 45 mà
the
tụi mày
meaning
về khuya
of
như
up to date here because it is wrong. I will, Okay. So here next, do you understand up to date, Vince? Hi, Vin? For
Yes,
example,
I'm
yes. For,
understand. And
okay, for example, I need to update my address book, or she wants to update her wardrobe. Okay, so we have next, specialize. What does specialize mean? Do you know?
no.
Okay, so when we say specialize, this means, wait for a while, draw. Okay.
Can you hear me, Mr. Lee? Thank you so much. Do you have a question about science?
When we say specialize, this means to limit. Oh, I can't write. Okay. This means to limit your business or area of study to one specific subject. Okay? I'm sorry here.
Looking outside the window and trying to find things because sometimes I feel dizzy when I travel, so I prefer to sit in
Okay, so here. This is, can you see the meaning of specialize? Can you please read? To limit. Can you
I
please
can't
read?
say the meaning of the specialized.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
I can't say the meaning. Okay. Uh,
Okay, so do you